Hello, I am Elizabeth Heinze, and my husband and I are the parents of 4 beautiful children, 3 of whom have lost their battle to Niemann-Pick Type C. Our experience with the disease started when our oldest son, Tyler, could easily walk or even run forward, but was not able to sidestep or walk backwards. After 3 years working with one neurologist very persistently, we were referred to her instructor. Tyler was diagnosed from a neurologist that had only seen this disease in one other patient in his 30-plus years of experience. By this point, Tyler was progressing pretty rapidly. It seemed as though every year we had a new piece of equipment, a new symptom that we were treating. 1 year from the date of Tyler's diagnosis, our youngest received her diagnosis, and 6 months later, our middle 2 girls got their results, with one being a carrier and the other NPC positive. Each of our NPC kids experienced many of the same symptoms, yet each child experienced these in a much different manner. They all had falls, with Tyler needing helmets to protect his face and head. All 3 children also eventually needed a walker, but our youngest child, Faith, that ended up to be dangerous. She loved to run anywhere possible, and if she got away from you, she was sure to tumble over, walker and all. Our children needed a stroller for long distances, and eventually a wheelchair was insisted upon by the school for their safety. To us, this was like writing their death sentence, because we knew that the less mobile they were, well, if you don't use it, you lose it, so they would eventually not be able to walk well at all. So at home, we would walk them with assistance. All 3 kids benefited from a feeding tube due to choking, and with each, they had their trouble with that also. Frequent leaking, bed and clothing changes, sour belly all over the bed, and of course the floor. Katie was known for unplugging her tube and climbing out of bed, only she was not able to climb anywhere, which resulted in her laying on the floor next to her bed in a pool of formula. She was sneaky, and even with bed rails and a video monitor on her through the night, she would escape. All 3 kids also had seizures. They started with small stirring episodes, then petit mals, and eventually grand mals. They also each experienced cataplexy, that if you made them laugh, although it was such a beautiful sight and sound, they would lose all tone and control in their trunk and would face plant onto whatever was in front of them. It was a blessing that Tyler was wheelchair bound before he started this, but Faith started early. And she would be standing and start giggling, and she would hit the floor flat as a pancake. We learned that if we thought she was going to laugh at something, we needed to be ready to catch her. Their laughs were contagious, and all 3 kids would grab the attention of even the most unlikely passerby. Once the seizures started, we were never able to control them enough to stop them altogether, even with frequent med changes. So they became our normal. All 3 of the NPC kids did not know how to express pain. Tyler never cried when he fell or got a new bruise, or for the 4 sets of stitches that he had. Katie broke her arm and had no tears, and Faith tumbled from the couch, broke her forearm, both bones, and never cried. Katie was very frustrated. I think that she didn't know exactly what was happening, but she really wanted to be independent, and NPC doesn't allow for that. She was also a perfectionist, and that doesn't exactly go hand in hand with a neurological disease either. Tyler and Faith both just went with the flow. As they each got older and taller and harder to handle alone, they required more equipment, like a gait trainer and a Hoyer lift. We were blessed to get an added bedroom and bathroom that was set up for when Katie had really bad days, and eventually we used it for Faith. Not one of us here asked for this to be our life, but knowing what we were able to experience and how much my kids have taught me, I would do it all over again just to give them the best possible life. Thank you.